has a bit of an edge there.
Yeah, you can see them being able to roam around the map a lot quicker. A better footing on the Lethal Wanderer as well. You see an attempt to steal it, but at the end of the day, it will go into the hands of ONIC. It's on Keyboy, actually.
And the emblems right here, though. Movement speed is of the utmost importance for Navi here. Agility, especially for Cars and Shy, they need to roam around as well. X-Magic with the Wilderness Blessing. Can he find moments to participate in, though? That's the main question. He might really be stuck just shadowing around Cars and making sure that any kind of damage Cars takes gets traded back. And essentially, that will be a winning situation. Uh-oh. The invades here already. Whoa.
Bit of misery. Locking Kai down into the crash course. Some fire there. Keyboy punching X-Magic. Flickers out.
Resource burns out for the side of the Sky Kings there. That's information given over to Navi. Quantum Charge for Sans on the Valentina.
Yeah, it allows him to actually... It's a bit of a different version of a Brave Smite, right? It's just basic attack base, so you have to kind of weave in that basic attack, whereas previously you do have to just spam your spells out, but it also gives you movement speed bonus, and that's something that Sans likes to do because he goes up close and personal. Look at his play though.
All in over to Washer Paul. Kai! Oh my god! Kairi Hayabusa gets the kill. BQ Shy jumps on Keyboy, taking him down.
That's a 1-for-1 trade and looking for more, it seems. Has some damage over, but they don't go for the commit. Keyboy taken for Washipal. No retribution. ONIC should be able to start this turtle early, but it looks like they don't want to commit onto it just yet.
Ludpi, it doesn't have the Revitalize ready though, so that's a bit of a concern. Almost a 2-for-1 there for ONIC if they were able to get the kill onto X-Magic, but fortunately, they were able to avoid that worst case scenario, and now Navi making the play onto the turtle. Kyrie is a bit too far to participate.
Shortcut coming down too. Where is it going to be? Oh my lord, X-Magic gonna be wiped down. Cars, can he pop the shortcut too? Now it's gonna be Look Peak jump in and Bush Paul with the red tree win. Kyrie jumps on, BQ Shy still able to get the infinite pursuit down, and he won't be able to survive for such a long time. In the end though, Kai taken down, Keyboy still there, X-Magic and Washer Paul standing true, going in. Sans able to escape as Washer Paul just blade surges towards the lethal.
Still very healthy from the side of Navi, aside from Cars, but that's A-okay because they were able to win that favorable trade in that neutral objective take. Suyo won the retry, plus they were able to get a few kills under their belt as well. Navi fighting back here in game number 2.
Great deed from them there to really go and win the 50-50 contest, even though they were a member down due to ONIC finding ways to kind of get the pick off early on. But it still really isn't clean at all for both teams, so it's still gonna be a waiting game, but when there is no neutral objective, you already know Cars is looking for something. And that's why you can see Keyboy sitting in the bushes, just scouting out for information, making sure that Cars might surprise them, but from a more predictable angle of approach.
We have a game fact here by GoPay. This marks Valir's debut in MPL ID Season 15 after last being used in MPL ID Season 12 by Renbu when Navi or RBL lost against Geek. Wow, Season 12. It's been quite some time.
3 seasons, so just over a year and a half, more or less, technically. Man, even though there has been like the buffs onto that Valir, really haven't seen it really being used in Indonesia so far. Look at the audience prediction though, 82% for ONIC. Definitely still the strong favorites. Now we are trying to overturn that.
A rotation here from Washipal into the top side of the map. Trying to help in the clear as well from the EXP lane side as they're starting to look for maybe perhaps set up for the next neutral objective. That's Keyboy.
Tsunami Slam on the Phobius and all in onto him. He still is able to get the infinite pursuit, but that's gonna be the shadow kill! Into the back, look at the push from X-Magic though. BQ Shy able to survive for such a long time, but now Kai jumps in with the quad shadow. X-Magic and Washipal low as the turtle spawns in the game.
Even with the chip here, Navi hasn't really been able to get the better of ONIC when it comes to the surprise engages. ONIC is doing a better job just managing the waves and rotating around unnoticed by Navi. It's a shortcut. Whoa.
On to Sans. He's able to flicker out. Sans also has almost the steal from Washipal. The Queller Sabero on the Zaman Force. Keyboy takes the portal just to say hello.
Wow, very early portal there. Oh, Kyrie goes in.
Oh, and able to get the shadow kill down. Gets stunned up twice by BQ Shy and Cars.
Alright, ONIC still getting all the advantages, but Navi might get a turret on the top side. all things considered, even though there are moments where it looked good for Navi, ONIC are still able to actually get the better in most of these fights by just skipping the front line and going straight for X Magic. And you can see a lot of emphasis by ONIC to really target X Magic before a fight begins, because they know that Lutpi, Keyboy, they're kind of stuck there if X Magic is in the picture. So it seems to be chase down X Magic, get him out, zone him, take him out or zone him out, and then go for the big play.
It's not going to be as straightforward, right? Because X Magic's ult is anti-CC, no?
Exactly. So which is why the longer the game goes, it's going to be on the shoulders of Kyrie to find a way to get to him, especially if he's away from his team, which is why I think there's a lot of pressure from ONIC here to really manage the waves and manage the pressure so that they can actually get to X Magic and a lot of the other more vulnerable characters when they're not together, right? When they can't really stick together to cover and spread the damage from the shadow kill, and they can just kite back using that Valir, that final surprise pick by Coach Do.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Navi now able to get that turret in the top lane finally.
Oh.
But that's traded in by Structure.
Cars! Oh, Keyboy! He just took Cars down before he could even shortcut.
That's one man down, an advantage as the turtle will spawn in 15 seconds. Should be enough time for Cars to come back into the game, considering he does have his portals as well.
Sans wants a shortcut. Washer Paul has to respect it. Purple buff taken away. Turtle. Oh, but Kyrie used Red Tree.
Wait, interesting.
Does it matter?
Right now, Navi doesn't really have the vision. Nekishe coming in to try and contest. Lutpi left alone, but now Navi, they're trying to use the pressure from Shive to force ONIC into making a mistake right here. Keyboy is not in the picture. Can they still go for the 50-50?
Dance has a shortcut, places it down. Now it's going to be the Kalea who's walking in. Keyboy in the fight already. That's going to be some very economy from the pursuit again. As Keyboy is still in the midst of it all. Washer Paul wins it out with the shadow kill. Goes into the back, and it's BQ Shy with a kill. BQ Shy, though, will be caught inside the Zaman Force and will be taken down 2 for 2 in favor of Navi.
2 for 2. Both the roam and the EXP lane taken out for both teams. Overall, though, you can see immediately which team has more threat, because ONIC immediately go into the jungle of Navi, and Navi are really forced to respect that. And back away, Cars.
Flicker, and Zaman Force already used up the stun and the Spear of Misery. Washer Paul getting the kill.
Even through the Purify there, Shiva held on to that Spear of Misery just long enough to actually get him pinned there and go for the surefire kill. Great hit back from Navi, but the problems hasn't really been solved just yet. And they gotta be really careful about giving the shortcut to Sans, because ONIC is doing a much better job using this Valentina shortcut, stolen shortcut, to do better. Look at this, whoa, MPL ID X streamer by Good Coffee.
It's OP. OP, one of the BAs, I believe, for ONIC, or talent
I
for
thought he's
ONIC.
playing for ONIC as the XP. What is he doing restreaming?
Huh?
Lutpi.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That was low-hanging fruit, Mirko.
But
He's
dude,
watching all the way from Bandung.
It's good though, right? Like it's literally his name, Lutpi too.
That's
Lutpi.
true. That's true.
It's P and F. It's a difference between the P and the F, basically. Alright, back to the game though. Equal gold for both teams. So far, Navi has gotten the better of ONIC in the 50-50s. Do ONIC want to have the same kind of odds going into the first Lord here? Cars already in position, not on the opposite side of the Lord though, so that's quite interesting.
Whoa. It's crazy to think that Navi actually can scale up and do really well with the Moskov, you know, and the Valir. With the chip and the Moskov technically, that's also global presence, so it's going to be really, really good as we get into the later stage. As long as they don't get wiped out, you know?
Right.
Like, they gotta understand when to sacrifice some dudes.
Well, because now ONIC going for it immediately. Navi, can they respawn in time?
Uh-oh. Chip in the back. Oh, Tsunami Slam. Whoa, my lord! He gets a shortcut down though. Kyrie still in there. Zaman Force already used up by Severo. Is going to be able to get the stacks down. And BQ Shy will be Severo's double. Washer Paul, the blink backwards. X Magic slain by the restreamer. Oh, sorry, the player, Lutpi.
That's 3 members taken down, and that's literally what you just mentioned before they went in for that neutral objective fight. Don't get wiped out. And that's 3 members down. We did see a little bit of a trade coming from Shive. He attempted to go for the split push.
No.
Didn't work out. That's damage now onto Washipal, but he's still able to get out. That's 2 turrets taken down. Meanwhile, that Lord has not even knocked on the base for ONIC.
There's definitely a need for ONIC to equalize in turrets. Shive was able to work on the topside base turret there, so they want to get something of equal value, if not more. But Mirko, when you're a Suyo and the Valentina can stand in front of you, unfazed like that, what does that say?
That says, wait, Keyboy. Tsunami slam! Oh, into BQ Shy, who's just going to get obliterated. The shortcut plays down too. And Lord's still there. Kai with a jump. Oh, with a shadow kill! Severo, the combo L, the double K, Killua and Kakashi.
That's a lot of damage placed down, and it looks like they're looking for more here.
A shortcut just for another health bar. Cars able to sustain for a bit. Kyrie with the shadows jumping back and forth. Not going to be an N in the 11th minute. And ONIC will play it slow. Sans gets pushed away. Mid lane, holy defense.
Inhibitor turret taken down to the bottom side of the map. That shield breaks in the mid lane, and it looks like they will be able to pick up that turret in the top side of the map as well. So all in all, still a big win for the Sky Kings, cracking open the base of NAVI.
All right, man. Almost all the turrets taken out by ONIC already. They have the constantly pushing lane. So now Shive is still going to be a problem, but it's going to be a more manageable problem. 80 seconds to go. All the time in the world here. ONIC, what do they want to try and do? They have to be careful about cars setting up for a play, but seeing how the fight went earlier, I feel like they've already have enough damage to really fight back against NAVI, even if Cars gets the jump on them. The fact that Severo was able to get out from the initial danger zone and just delete Becky Shy, dude. I don't know if Becky Shy had this Athena in that previous fight, but if he did, that's an even worse sign for ONIC. I mean, for NAVI. It means ONIC can just burst through him with or without that Athena.
This is a little late, by the way, but Severo already has the Divine Glaive. We saw it earlier on next to his name, but it's not shown in the items just yet. But he was already doing that much damage with Holy Crystal alone, and now with the Divine Glaive, we saw the pairing of damage between that magic plus physical from Kyrie, and I think that is still going to be the main problem that Navi really have to work with.
I think Navi right now has to find ways to allow, first of all, Shive to do damage instead of just split pushing, and also X Magic to actually output some of those fireballs towards ONIC, because otherwise, it seems like they're really forced into a rushed play, and ONIC just has the better, more calculated, calmer decision making. But look at this. Oh, Cars sitting around on the bottom side, on the lower side of the map.
Whoa.
Keyboy? Has he spotted Cars? Wait.
No way. Look at that. The whole team's... Okay, no.
Okay, wow.
No. Or maybe they do, but they don't want to go. Okay.
Right. Back to the slow, calculated game. ONIC now with the wave already closer to the base of Navi. They're gonna start pressuring it, and Cars gonna eventually be forced to come back. They're gonna leave Keyboy near the portal though to spot him out, maybe pick him up immediately. Might see that happen.
Glorious pathway. Neck choke point, watch a Paul. Oh, good flicker out by BQ Shy. Cars comes in, pops in the shortcut as well. Rest of the team will follow through. BQ Shy and Shive. Went to the portal. Uh-oh. Command Force coming over. BQ Shy just getting obliterated. Keyboy! Oh! Tsunami slam, wash a Paul down. Kai with the shadow kill. Oh, and the shortcut from Sans. The rest of the team follows through. But it seems like they're just going to go for the Lord.
All they need to do is that, right? Don't play into anything too risky with Washipal out of the building, out of the picture. This is a sure Lord in for ONIC. We saw earlier on she was maybe looking for a play in the top side of the map on the far lane, looking to push, but in the end, amounts to nothing.
It's full control for ONIC. And the fact that they let go of the Lord there, they're forced to play. I think Keyboy was going for an engage there, didn't land. But as Cars comes in, pops the shortcut, ONIC says, cool, you want this 50-50. You want this high risk, high reward situation. We don't. We have all the control we want here with the base tower advantage. They back away, they let the Lord regen, and they focus on the frontliners. And that's how Becky Shy got caught so out of position, gets immediately deleted by Severo. Now with the concentrated energy, I'm not even sure if Navi have the tools available to really shut him down. This is a full build Harith with a Purify. Dude.
Yeah.
Even if Worship Paul is on curves, I don't think there's any way for him to just, you know, burst down Savero that easily.
Oh man. Could be the final lord of the game. Navi though, they do have some pretty good clear with X Magic too. Keyboy again! Tsunami Slam, lock and oh, what the heck was that damage? He's down, look, glorious pathway into X Magic. San steals the shortcut, places it down. Oh man, for them to look at, and the base will surely just be taken out. Navi falling once again. ONIC with a clean sweep victory.
It took them longer.